All right, so first thing up for the appetizers. So it's Black History Month, first of all. So
Shout out.
happy Black History Month. I know it's our month every damn month, but this is the
blackity. What the meme said? The
blackity black
blackity black.
This is the month that we are free as we want to be blackity black. I am going to be completely unprofessional and professional. It's Blackity Black Month.
Right.
Be live, celebrate your heritage, even if you know Mr. Whoop Ass Willie Johnson, whoever he is. Like, look, celebrate yourself. Dive in deep to facts that paved the way for us to be where we at today.
Facts.
So first thing up on appetizers is last Saturday, February 1st, was actually our 60th anniversary. 60th.
Wow, that's a lot of time.
But it's a lot of time, but it's still within my parents' lifespan. So
That's a good point.
I calculate things on my parents'
very young.
It's
You're
very
right,
young.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a good point. Very good point, actually.
Right.
Yeah.
My mom would love to hear that. So when you watch that, Mom, you know you're young.
Okay.
But it marks the 60th anniversary of the first civil rights sit-in. So the first civil rights sit-in was called the Greensboro sit-in. If you don't never heard of it, you never looked into it, look it up. The Greensboro sit-in. It was actually a sit-in where 4 students decided to go to the Woolworth in Greensboro, North Carolina, and sit down in a segregated restaurant. So back in the day, y'all all should know this, but you know everything was split up between whites and colors, and mostly coloreds were never served anywhere because we were less than. It was still underneath the Jim Crow laws, which is wild. So this is all still within our parents' lifetime.
Yeah.
So Lord have mercy, right? So 4 students decided to go to a restaurant in Woolworth, called Woolworth at Greensboro, North Carolina. And when they were denied service and were told to get up from the lunch counter, they refused to, and they sat in. And the cops came, right? And they weren't having any provoking matters. They were very peaceful. So it also gained news media attention because they're like, yo, who the audacity of these black people to just sit here and not get up, right? So the news came in, right? So after that day was done, guess what? By February 5th, 4 days later, 300 more students went back to that same place and sat in, and it completely paralyzed the business from even making money for that day. Now that transpired an entire wave load through the nation, right? It hit 55 cities and 13 states. And would you believe that it was all sparked off of the horrible murder of Emmett Till? Y'all remember Emmett Till? Emmett Till was a young boy that whistled, 13-year-old boy that whistled at a white woman because he was from Chicago and he went down south. And then white dudes came, knocked on his uncle's door, took him out, beat him to death. Dumped him in the lake. And when he was found, he was completely swollen. And his mother wanted to have an open casket so she can show the world what they did to her, beautiful baby. So look, Emmett Till and everything like that. But however, here goes the best part of it, right? So we have these 4 young men, right, denied basic rights, which we are privileged to, and we take advantage of, right? Would you believe that from February 1st, by that summer of 1960, it forced restaurants to become integrated and drop segregational policies? So this sparked the sit-ins throughout the whole civil rights. Granted, more sit-ins were very violent, but they still remained peaceful.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying to you? Then follow like Rosa Parks and everything going on. Like, this is why we can go to a bar and sit down with people and not be denied service.
Yeah.
And then Woolworth still, it's crazy because they became integrated and they also hired 4 black servers. So this is something that broke barriers. So now it broke barriers for employment for us minorities, for black people, and it also allowed us to, become equal then. I'm not saying our service was probably the best service that we got, but the fact that we was allowed to, we would take that. And now look what it transformed to.
I think it's interesting too. So first of all, I have a what is the word? A confession, I guess. So my confession is that I grew up in Southside Jamaica, Queens. We both came from Queens, North Side, South Side. You know what I'm saying? Perfect balance for Gourmet Foreplay. Feel me? I went to public school, etc. And we didn't, in my opinion, we learned the basics of Black history, right? Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks, Sojourner Truth, Harriet Tubman, all of the mainstream, you know what I'm saying, Black, people who made a difference or whatever the case is in history. But I didn't really learn true Black history until college, and that's a goddamn shame. Like,
You lucky.
and took, because I made sure that I took an Africana Studies course. I think my professor's name was Timothy. I forget his last name, but his first name was Timothy. And he taught a great course. And that's when I learned about Emmett Till. That's when I learned about, you know, the church bombing. That's when I learned about some of the things we're talking about today. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like, you know, as Black and brown people, we got to do better at really knowing our history. You know, we go ahead and we celebrate Black History Month, but we don't really ever, you know, it's not something that we go ahead and talk about for the year, throughout the year. You know what I'm saying? I think we got to do better at educating ourselves and our peers and our peoples that, you know, Black history goes so much further than just the stuff that we learn in elementary school, you know what I'm saying? Or what we learn in the white history textbooks, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's so much to learn, and that's why today we want to bring you some facts and some information today. So I'm excited.